Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live or post videos, tap the bell. If it's not your first time here, thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for. I've been a little MIA. Haven't posted a video since Thursday. Mainly just been taking care of things in my personal life, trying to get caught up. I'm also working on new things for the UvH fan, new tools, adding new things to the Discord, and really just trying to make this place a better place, not only for as a community, but as also to help with tools and trading and make sure we have a good platform and we can, you know, we're making progress instead of just, doing the same thing every day. I want to push things. I want to get better. As with anybody, I think anybody that is trading right now, you don't want to stay the same. You don't want to stay stagnant. You want to keep pushing. You want to get better. Instead of making $50 a day, you want to make $100 a day. Or if you want, instead of making $100 a day, you want to make $500 a day. Or whatever the case is, whatever your goals are, whatever your personal needs are. Or if you're just trying to break free from that 9 to 5, I think that we need to keep getting better. And in times like these, times of uncertainty where there's maybe a recession in the next couple of years or a year or two, 18 months, whatever the case is, and the way that the trade war is going and the China talks and the whole, the, the whole thing, it got me to thinking that, I need to, as a trader and as a person, I have to push myself to get better. I mean, ever since I was 18, 19 years old, I've been pushing, I've been an entrepreneur. I dropped out of college. I've been trying to push the limits because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any trust fund. My parents didn't give me anything. I didn't know anybody. My parents didn't know anybody. It was just me. And instead of going to college, I invested in myself, and that's what I've been doing ever since. And I'm basically at a place where I'm all or nothing. Like I'm going to go hard, and I think to do this, I think that I want to help out the UvH fam, the UvH community, and I want to give you guys things that will help you trade, will help you think clearly about the markets, because right now things are a little bit muddied, and I think we need to, we're going to have to obviously rely on gut instinct. We're going to have to rely on some technical indicators, and we're going to obviously have to rely on the news. So, in times like these, I think that we we just need to be better. We just need to get better. We need to continue getting better. And as a trader, I want to always be better. I always want to push it to the limit. I always want to, make sure. I always want to take time for myself and reevaluate. Am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? Do I see the market clearly? Do I not see the market clearly? That means not necessarily trading every day. You don't have to trade every single day to make money. Some days you wish you didn't trade, right? You're like, wow, I would have saved myself a bunch of money if I just didn't trade the day. But so for me, from time to time, taking breaks is healthy, because if you're staring at the screen all day every day, sometimes things get a little muddy, some things get a little emotional, and kind of going in today, I think lately people have been a little bit emotional about the market, because the market, I feel, is confused in the way that it's going. People don't understand why it's going up. People understand why it's going down, but you know the market looks like today. If you look at the S&P, the market, I mean, we gap down huge, but we stabilized here around 2,900. We stabilized pretty nicely around 2,900, and we were fighting it early morning, 11, 12, and then we started to, after lunch, started to kind of creep up here, and we started to spike up, and it was basically like nonsense news basically that was making us go up. Was the Fed, Powell was speaking. He said he was, always when Powell is speaking, we have to be careful because he could drop hints. I mean, the market, it, it, I'm just, I, the market right now is just so news induced that honestly, it leaves me speechless that like the smallest indicator, the smallest tweet, the smallest like, oh, Powell's open to have more rate cuts come down the line. And then we go up, right? And then out of nowhere, we have trade talks with China coming up in 2 days, and we have trade talks with China coming up on Thursday, and we're trying to jam them up. Where we just I don't know if you guys saw this here, but we put visa restriction on Chinese officials. We blacklisted 28 entities and companies. You know, like honestly, how do you think the deal is going to go? You're going to keep strong arming them, strong arming them, strong arming them. Eventually China's going to fire back. China's going to, they're just not going to take it. And you could say, Trump's stance is, oh yeah, we're causing so much damage to China and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, we're also having collateral damage ourselves, as you can see. And as a trader, in terms of investing and all that, I mean, it hasn't made that much of an impact. There hasn't been like stock growth all year, but we haven't gone down considerably. But now people, I don't understand. I guess I'm just getting tired of after 2 years of doing this, that, oh, there's maybe a trade deal, we go up. Oh, where it's not going to be, doesn't look like there's going to be a trade deal, we're going to go down. It's just like a rinse and repeat. I guess we should be thankful for that, but also, it kind of shows you, like, right now in the market, you can't be too one-sided. Like, if you started shorting today, down here, like you started shorting like this rip, and you held because you thought we were going to really break 2,900, and then you would have got squeezed out, and then the only thing, this would have closed the gap. I honestly thought that it was going to close the gap here at like 29.20 to 29.40 if we didn't get that Chinese news that we're going to ban visas, and then we tanked, and we got. I guess we just don't know what is going on in terms of closed door negotiations and why people do certain things and what happened. But as a trader, I guess the takeaway is that you can't hold on. For me, for instance, I'm going to be playing hot potato. I'm not looking for big gains. I'm going to be looking for 20, 30%, getting out, maybe even 15%, because as you can see, you'll sell the rips, sell the dips, because this could easily come back. I mean, this, if you didn't cash out, if you're getting greedy, you would have regretted it when it came back up here. And then let's say you got squeezed out and you sold, you would have got ripped apart, So in terms of all this news, kind of like my thoughts is just play hot potato, take the money. Don't be greedy. Don't try to swing a position, get 100, 200, 500%. I mean, a lot of people are making a lot of money, and you could do that. But in terms of the way that I trade, I feel like it's way too risky to do that. Right now, the S&Ps, we're back to mid-range. If you want to look at SPY, one thing that I'm looking at on SPY and at the S&Ps, we're back down to mid-range. We got rejected here at 295, and we're back to mid-range. We could come it'll be interesting if we could come back to like 285. Right now futures are green by barely anything. I mean, we're up 7 on S&Ps, up 46 on the Dow, and up 19 on the NASDAQ. Really doesn't mean a whole lot in terms of where we're headed next, because, as you can see, we were down on the S&Ps. We were down 40 points today. Yeah, 45 points. And most of that was at the close. We had a 20-point drop here at the close. More than that, 27-point drop. So what I'm looking at right now is, because right now we're back to mid-range, so I'm going to see what happens. Just keep an eye on it. I do think there are some better charts right now, Tesla being one of them. I'm going to see if there's some downside of Tesla. Tesla did hit 244 today, but as you can see, it kind of capped out and came back down. So it did close this gap from the other day, but we'll see if there's some more downside here. Back down to like the 230 area is kind of where I'm looking. Right now it's at 240. It did touch 240, almost 244 today before selling off into close, but it was relatively strong, all day, unlike the rest of the market. I mean, this held on pretty good. So, now that it's touched 244, 240 area that it was as support, we'll see if that's acting as resistance or not, and see if it wants to break above that. So, for me, I'm going to be playing low and slow. I'm not going to try to rush into trades. I'm not going to try to get too aggressive. I'm just going to try to hit precise targets and take my money frequently and then redeploy my profits. Apple's another one that's pretty interesting to me as well. As you can see here around the 224 area, 224, 225 area, the last three times other than when we were above it, when we were at this area, last three times we gapped down pretty big. This time on September 12th, gapped down to 220, gapped down on October 1st, gapped down at 222, and then now we'll see if this can hold it above here. So everything is very flaky. I mean, I will say that Apple did hold on pretty well today, considering the news. They held on. It wasn't until the end of the day that China news really just nailed it. So if it doesn't look like we're going to make a deal, I definitely think that we're going to be starting to see like the bottom of the ranges again, like on the S&Ps, and we'll see if it can't hold 285. We're pretty close. We're only 3 points away right now. SPY went down $4.55, so $3 is really nothing in terms of the volatility. But you just got to make sure you're not too scared to be one side. Like, you don't want to go all in short when we bounce like 285, but also it's going to be scary buying calls. So you just gotta play it safe and make sure make sure you stay disciplined in taking profits. One stock that I think that won't be really impacted, but it's kind of interesting here. I don't really trade Domino's. Last time I traded them, they only had like monthly options. But I did find the chart area where it was pretty much consolidating around here, and they did have earnings pre-market today, which they missed earnings, and it hit 225 as a low, and it on the conference call spiked up to 258. I wasn't really trading this today. I wasn't trading really anything today. Just kind of some scalping. I was busy doing a lot of other things. So, definitely missed this one. This would have been nice. And premium is coming in not too expensive for this stock. Volume is actually pretty nice. And on the calls, we actually have 1,800, 1,300. Couple strikes. They didn't used to have this much volume. One thing that I'm going to be looking at here is if it's going to make a return back down to the 245 area, back to this range is what I'm interested here. I don't think that they're going to. I think they might have some. They might go up tomorrow again. Like, if you look at the last earnings, they missed as well. They went up for like 2 weeks, and then they dropped to 52-week lows. So I'm keeping an eye on that. I don't know where the trade is yet. I'm gonna see, does it want to close this gap from 55 to 60, which tried today, or is it didn't really. If you look here, the news at the end of the day didn't really impact it in terms of the China, because they're not really impacted in terms of Domino's. So if you're looking for more of a neutral play, maybe you want to take a break from the politics and you just want to kind of chill out. I think that I'll be looking at Domino's and just try to trade that if you're trying to get a break. Because honestly, for me, I wouldn't mind a little break from the China trade cycle. Another stock that I'm looking at in terms of the chart, HD, it's back at the bottom of the range here, where it's been in bounce territory quite a few times here, like 225, 226 area. If it does break down here, I definitely do think we're going to be revisiting the low 220s. So I'll be looking to get short. Otherwise, I'll be looking to get long to the 230, like the 230, 231 area, where it does have trouble around like 230.50, 231, 231.50 around there. So I'll be keeping an eye on that, like right around here is where I'm looking at, like the 230.50. So we'll see where that goes tomorrow. And Home Depot might be a relatively safe play. They do get impacted by the news as well, just so you know. So it's not like safe, but it's a kind of a different stock to trade, which is why I kind of like. I trade a lot of tech stocks, so I try to switch out the industries a little bit, go into Domino's, go into Home Depot, go into Costco. Costco is really the only retail stock that I play. And then if you want to break from like the usual Netflix and Tesla and Roku's and all that. So another one was chips got pretty hit today. They also recovered. They tried to recover. They only bounced like 4 points off the lows. And then just got rejected here. So I'm gonna be looking at the chips as well, like Nvidia, see if we can hit the 170s again. So Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you guys are staying green. If you watch this video to the end, definitely appreciate you. This is probably a little bit a longer one because I haven't posted a video in a few days. So, if you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end, leave your watch list below, and as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.